to remember their fallen classmate. Live tonight in Milford, I'm Josh Chapin, NBC Connecticut News. Lisa, back to you.
All right, thanks, Josh. Well, the Milford community is grieving right now, and families all over Connecticut are thinking about how they'll talk to their kids about this. How do parents deal with yet another school tragedy so soon after the tragedy at Sandy Hook? Dr. Laura Saunders, child psychologist from Hartford Hospital, is here with some helpful information about addressing this at home. So, Dr. Saunders, let's talk about teens. How do we comfort them with this news?
Well, the most important thing is to realize that this is all based on a developmental perspective, that what we say to young children is really to shield them as much as possible. When we look at teens, I think the guideline to use is to answer their questions. If they ask a question about something factual, you answer the question. You want to provide reassurance, but you can't promise something that you cannot guarantee.
It's hard to comprehend how a young person could do this. And looking at teens, they can all be moody, but what about some warning signs of an emotional problem with a teen?
Very often, individuals give off signals that they are in distress. They make statements or comments about hurting themselves or hurting other people. There are statements, there are threats, there are behaviors that individuals see. And it's so important as a community, whether that's a school community or a family, other types of communities, that we look and listen to the signs around us and we let others know if someone else is in distress.
Great advice there. All right, and tell us what else parents should be doing to comfort children. You mentioned answering questions in a straightforward way for teenagers. What else? What other tips can we give to parents tonight?
I like to encourage parents to review and reassure their kids. Schools are generally the safest place to be. And while we don't want to make promises, we want to review that schools are safe and that there are guidelines in place in school to keep you safe. So while it's important to acknowledge that something bad happened and that sometimes bad things do happen, we don't want to overly focus on it, and we want to provide that reassurance.
All right, Dr. Laura Saunders, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.
Good advice. And details are still coming in about